Okay, so this is Dr. Kraus, and I want to show you how to configure ipython for proper use for scientific purposes. If I come over here, and this is the only way I know how to launch programs in Windows 8, I don't have a start menu that I'm used to. When this opens, why did it not open? Okay, figure that out later. So when this opens, for example, if I wanted to create a time vector, I would ordinarily use the arange command, which helps me create an array. And it says that it doesn't know the arange command. I might also try to say that y is equal to the sine of 2 times pi times t, and it doesn't know sine, it doesn't know pi, it doesn't know plot. So without the pylab option, ipython is just not terribly powerful. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to do what in Windows 7 and before was like right-clicking on a start menu button and changing the properties. So I'm typing ipython into this search box. I'm right-clicking here and saying open the file location, and that takes me to this folder, which seems like it contains the entries in a start menu programs folder, but I can't actually see it in an old style programs because I'm just not very good with Windows 8. But if I right click on this and go to properties, and I go down to the end of this line of what the target is, I hit 2 dashes, dash dash pylab, and that's 2 dashes py for Python, and then lab, and then hit apply. I have to provide my whatever your computer's configured to do for administrative privileges. And I want to do that again the second time in the ipython shortcut as well. Apply, continue, okay. Now, when I could just double click those, but it should be the same as coming over here and saying ipython qt console. And when that loads, I don't see anything here that tells me I'm in a pylab kind of place. Something is hanging for some reason. What the problem is? Okay, I'm going to close that and double click that. Okay, so now when I say t is equal to that, it knows what arange is. When I say y is equal to that, it knows what sine and pi are. When I ask it to plot something, y versus t, it's able to do that. The other thing that the pylab flag does for us is it creates a separate graphics flag, so I can keep typing even though my window is still open. If you don't have the dash dash pylab flag, then you have to close all of your plots every time you want to type anything new. The other thing you might have noticed is I'm not actually retyping these commands. I'm typing the first little bit and then hitting the up arrow. ipython has a very nice history of your previous commands that can be very, very helpful. But in order to get to that and always be adding to your history, don't click this red X when you want to enter, when you want to exit. So hit Control D and then hit enter, and it will take you out of there. The other thing you might have noticed is that if I type, for example, plot, and then I hit the open parentheses in the Qt console, it's providing me with all of this help for whatever the command is that I just entered before the parentheses. That's very, very helpful when you're just getting started. It gets kind of annoying if you're good at Python. So this one that doesn't say Qt console allows you to do all of the same stuff, but now if I type plot and I hit open parentheses, it doesn't do anything. And so that's just nicer. And again, Control D, enter. So use this one once you're comfortable with things. Use this one, the Qt console, if you like seeing all of the context help as you're going along. Thanks.